I guess you must have understood by now that this video is not going to be about studies, not about geography, because I think you are used to, when I take up geography sessions, you're used to seeing the books behind me, the library behind me, and I also have a whiteboard on which I do a bit of scribbling and writing. But this video is a bit different. You can sense I'm in a park, like a bit of grass, greenery around me, some amount of chatter too. So yes, you are right, this is not about your studies, something a bit more than that. 9th of July, just a couple of days more, could be 4, 5, 6 days, and your results will be out. And it's that time of the year which is pretty much dreadful, scary for many of us. If I remember my old days when I used to appear, this was a scary moment. These used to be very, very dreadful moments for me. Because irrespective of how you have prepared, you never know what goes against you, what works for you, what doesn't work for you. So some of you already have butterflies in your stomach. Some of you are getting a bit jittery about the prospects ahead. And all of that can play in your mind. So I just thought maybe we can have a small conversation on this, a small talk on this. Now look beta, it's something like this. Some of you will qualify for the main examination. For you, I have nothing much to add, nothing much to say. Go full on for your preparation. Irrespective of how much you think you are prepared or not prepared, put in all your efforts. 16, 17, 14, 15 hours a day. Sit down, revise, re-revise, write answers. And I hope and I pray that you have been studying for the last 1 month. I did try to put you on track with about 2 weeks of ethics questions on our Telegram channel. Right now we're running a bit of history. I'll move on towards social issues. We'll go towards economy issues, current affairs. So if you can keep track with us, if you can keep pace with me, yes, it will not be perfect, but I'll say do it well with all your sincerity. Let doubts not creep in to destroy your work efforts and go all out. So this video is not for you. I'm assuming you will manage, you'll handle. Maybe some other video I'll take up how you can strategize for the mains coming around the corner. This video is for those who probably, despite all their efforts, all their sincere commitment, or even otherwise, you did not qualify for the main examination. And it is always painful. No matter how prepared you are about not qualifying, no matter even if you think you did not deserve to qualify, when the results are out, it's always a very painful experience. So this video is addressed to you guys. Now there are two of you who will need to work on and plan what you want to do ahead. One will be those who are going to prepare for next year, and others will be those probably you are through with attempts, and that's a good number of you. You have had your attempts, or maybe you have decided that's about it. Maybe 4 attempts, 5 attempts, you couldn't qualify, and you want to move on. So I'll address both of you a bit differently. Now those of you who want to give an attempt next year, it's possible that there were gaps that you had to address. There were some areas that you didn't work on. I remember when I was getting you ready for your prelim examination, right up to month of May and even late April, I kept on insisting, keep on practicing tests, keep on practicing tests, practice on OMR sheets. And some of you made mistake of typing your names wrong, some of you darkened your roll numbers wrong, and all of that has got to you eventually. So you need to work out what are the gaps, and you have to find out what areas you need to work on. There's a lot of madness that we have in the name of prelims preparation. I can see students starting with the test series for prelims as early as November and December. If you're starting November, December, and you're giving 17, 18, 20 tests, where's the time for you to prepare for the main examination? And even if you clear the prelim examination, you are not ready for the main examination. And if you start prelims preparation as early as November, you will tire out by the time you hit the month of March or April. 5-6 months of maintaining a consistency for the prelims is going to be tough. So somewhere your strategy is wrong. If you ask me, I think you should be with your mains preparation right up to the month of January, and shift from January thereafter. And mains preparation is not exactly exclusive of the prelims. It also requires that you revise your modern India history, you revise your geography, you revise economy and the concepts around it. You have to get into current affairs, IR. You have to know the concepts of polity very well. So mains preparation is very much part of a prelims. Exclusive prelims preparations should start probably somewhere around March month, or maybe late Feb. March, April, May, 3 months or maybe 3.5 months is a good enough time to get you ready for the examination. And this time, because the prelims has been advanced by a couple of days or a week maybe, so maybe you can start from the month of Feb if you want to, but definitely not from the month of November or December. So those of you who have not qualified for the prelim examination, take it as an opportunity. This time, please don't make the same mistakes. You know what, guys? I have people coming to me after 2 attempts, after 3 attempts, and when I ask them, what is your level of preparation and what are you revising? The first thing they tell me is, sir, we have done our NCERT synopsis and we are revising it. It's absurd. It's like somebody going for the IIT examination, entrance examination, and all he has to show is that he remembers the multiplication tables. That, sir, I have memorized the multiplication table till 15 or 16, and I'm getting ready for the IIT examination. That's absolutely absurd. NCERTs are your basic. NCERTs are your fundamental. You need it. You definitely have to go through it. But you can't be counting on NCERTs as a milestone achieved after 1 attempt, after 2 attempts. I mean, it only tells me you have still not got off your first block. After 1 attempt, or 2 attempts, you should be telling me, sir, I have done with my main examination preparation. I have practiced 200 answers maybe. I have given 1 good test series for the main examination. Now I need to start off probably with the prelim examination. Or maybe what else can I enrich for current affairs? You can't be harping on NCERTs. Honestly, guys, because of the madness that you have got into and the randomness that you have got into, there are all kind of absurd courses and test series available. Even I can't understand people of your caliber who are going to prepare themselves for India's administration. Why can't you be sincere to read NCERTs on your own and revise NCERTs on your own? Why do you need an institute to give you 5 tests of NCERTs, okay, just to get off the block? It only tells me probably somewhere the commitment is an issue. So guys, what I mean to tell you is, sit down and plan well. I have never questioned your abilities. In the class also I tell my students, I don't question your intentions. I give you the benefit of doubt that you are working hard. But then there has to be some measure. There has to be some kind of a standard, a milestone against which you can keep on assessing whether you're working sincerely in the right direction or not. And the most important milestone is, make a planner for yourself. Set goals for yourself. Okay, you should be preparing for the mains for the next 3-4 months, at least till the month of December. So chalk out how you want to prepare for the mains. And mains preparation is not about completing syllabus. It's all about answer writing. And again, I find there's a lot of madness around test series for the mains. 30 tests, 40 tests. I don't understand. How can you prepare for 30-40 tests and yet lack in confidence? Most of you, very honestly, you join a test series but you do not give your tests well. Why? Because you are not prepared for the tests. You are scared about getting into the act of writing answers, memorizing answers. You mechanically enter test series classes, sit for the discussions and come out thinking you have learned something. So guys, this is not how you prepare, and this way all your good efforts, all your intentions goes down the drain. So I think you need a bit of reboot there. Okay, take weeks off maybe after the results if you have not qualified, 10 days off maybe, Okay, and sit down. You don't have to ask anybody. Trust me, you know what's required. I have put up those charts and planners. I'll share in the description again. You can look down in the description section of this video. I'll share those links again with you guys. Sit down and make a chart for yourself. And in the chart, you should be preparing for the main examination right up to probably December, which includes preparation for both. Preparation for GS and also preparation for your optionals. And thereafter, probably from Feb onwards, you can shift towards the prelim examination. So this whole idea of this video is to get this act part of yours right. I'm not saying the UPSC is perfect or they don't make mistakes, that they're always on the proper trajectory in selecting you. They do make errors. But if you discount that aspect of errors and luck, you must be very honest in assessing yourself if you really worked the way you should have worked. So please stop feeling so sorry about yourself. I know it's painful. I know you have put a lot of your dreams into this. There are expectations weighing heavily on you. But get realistic. I think that's where we separate the child from the man. We separate the wheat from the chaff. We separate those who deserve and who should be there from those who probably are not as well directed. So those who intend to give for next year, plan your process well. Now guys, for the others who probably have given it attempts and you exhausted your attempts, some of you have decided to move on. So I'm going to address quickly what your path can be. Rule number 1, please do not feel sorry for yourself. Don't crib and cry about years gone, because it's impossible the kind of process this examination puts you through. It's impossible that you have not learned anything. You have acquired knowledge, you learned perseverance, you learned to fight on against odds. You have learned to stand up and get counted despite repeated failures of prelims and main examination. And some of you, I'm sure, you have given interviews also. So don't call yourself a failure. Don't declare you are good for nothing and nothing can happen of you. That's a very wrong assessment. Yes, it was definitely a prized ambition that you had and you couldn't be right up there, but there are millions of ways how you can start working from here on. Take a short break. Take a 2-3 months break and think of what you can do. I think you have got 3-4 options with you. One option is go take up a job. Second option is some of you can continue pursuing with the state services. RBI examinations you have got, NABARD examinations you have got. You also have some of those SSC examinations you can look for. A third option that you have is go join some courses, study a bit more, do your masters, do your PhD, or join some bridge courses. And in courses, a very good option is you can consider to go abroad and study. Why? Because the courses are definitely more credible out there. It will be costly, but there are enough of options to finance your study abroad. My suggestion to you, if job is not a compulsion, don't jump into any jobs. Because the jobs that you'll take up right now will kind of define your career and life henceforth. Don't take up any random jobs. Give interviews, prepare for the interviews, find people who can link you to people who matter in the HR department. And the best option, if you ask me, go study. Age of 28, 24, 27, 30 years. This is no age to get bogged down about jobs, unless of course it's a financial compulsion. You should be studying, and put to use all that you have learned. No entrance examination can stop you if you have done your bit in preparing for the civil service examination. And I promised you before and around the prelims examination that I'll do what I can to support you guys. So I've been working for the last almost 1 month. I've connected with my friends, my classmates, and my alumni from my institutions, and I'm working towards it. For that, I need to first know maybe what are your interests, what are your goals, what are your expertise areas, your domain areas. So I'm sharing one of those survey sheets with you. There are two survey sheets. One is around banking, because I happen to find some of my old friends who are in very nice, prestigious positions, and they are very keen in recruiting students into private sector banking. But for that, they need some of your details. And if it all works out, I will try arranging a small workshop where you can meet these HR guys, and they can help you, guide you in the process. So there are two sheets. One is a general sheet where I can take some data and allocate and find out what best I can arrange for you guys. Another one is a bit more focused around banking. I'll suggest all of you fill up that. For some time, probably this month or the next month, I'll try arranging some workshop for you guys. So boys and girls, you are still young. You are in many ways the future that this country demands, the future that this country's destiny is all about. Don't feel so dejected. I must appreciate the courage with which you came into this line. You must have sacrificed some options. You must have fought through your compulsions and your limitations. And the fact that you were with the process for 3, 4, 5 years, despite the failures that you have counted, it shows that you have mettle, you have character. So let nobody tell you anything differently other than the fact that you are worth a much better and a bigger future. So my wishes to all of you. I sincerely hope I can stand by you. I'll try putting up a small ecosystem to support you. And please, nothing to be ashamed of. Okay. For that matter, many teachers like us also didn't make it. But I think modestly we have done fairly well in life. So get on with your life. Take a short break, take a short journey, discover India maybe for 2, 3, 4 months. It's very affordable to manage as a backpacker, and then decide what you must do. Don't jump into a job just because you want to have a job. You are much better worth than in any regular job where your heart doesn't fit in. And there's no shame in the kind of work you want to get into. So guys, those who have qualified for the main examination, go all out. This is your good chance, a good attempt. If you work sincerely for even 2 months, starting July, by the end of August, you should be fairly comfortable in some aspects. Those who haven't qualified, you're preparing for the next year, prepare well. Don't allow yourself another excuse of not qualifying next year. And those who couldn't make it, there's a world waiting for you. So my wishes to you, my good luck, my blessings. We will definitely meet in some other better circumstances. Look out for this space. We'll have some more conversations. Till then, good luck for the results. Bye-bye.